On none for 12 in the fifth over. A little bit short and wide from Edwards.
You speak of fire, Dan. Zaid seems to be in that mode at the test match, in a similar situation. And this time it's cut brilliantly with purpose.
That's the shot of the morning. In regard to the rope, trying to take a catch and keep the ball in.
Well pulled there by Nazir, and that will go across the bow. 2005 is underrated. Charging and lofted over the top. That was a brilliant shot there from Zaid.
Great one-day shot.
Onto the offside, over the infield.
And to a man like Zaid, he'll have a crack.
He has a crack again and again. Cuts it through the offside. Another pinch.
David looked all at sea, I thought. Played and missed a lot. 13 off 38 on Friday before the rain came.
Nazir, straight drive down the ground.
Great shot.
Through the gap, and this should reach the rope. Oh, these Pakistani openers. That's been the main contrast, hasn't it? You mentioned the openers for Pakistan have laid the foundation. Australia have lost early wickets. Again, straight drive down the ground. A carbon copy of the first from Nazir on that occasion.
Was that better than you can play any way you like here. Field can't be changed. The 50's up, by the way. Short by Hope, and Zaid has said thank you very much and gone bang for six. He's whacked it. I'm not sure he got all in the first game on Wednesday. They come in. And right over the top for six. And caught by the Pakistani reserve player. Took an excellent catch. He goes again. He gets a top edge over the wicket keeper. And there's not enough protection there. Third man is far too square for that. That went very fine indeed. Almost did a Roy Fredericks. Didn't get enough.
Your way.
Hardy again, the slow ball, but Zaid's gone again, and that's even bigger. And this time the reserve. Zaid on 49, and he pulls the next one. That should be his 50. Too short by Brad Hope. Through mid-wicket to the back.
Been too expensive so far. And Hope had a better over previously. That's a Skyer. This should be caught. Green's underneath it. And that's out. So the Australians finally strike through Davies. In fact, it was Edwards underneath it. And as a result, Pakistan lose their first wicket. It's 1 for 90.
95.
That's a fuller delivery, but well dispatched by Alam. And that will do his confidence the world of good with a boundary. Nicely flicked away on the onside in that mid-wicket region.
Half century to get his team home.
Only a few runs conceded by White, but Davies doesn't have the same fate. That's going to be knocked over. And is that caught just inside the boundary? We'll have to have a look at that again.
Great effort, Harry Wood.
So that may be called 6. It was a good shot.
Let's have another look at this. Over mid-wicket.
Yeah, I think his foot was just on the ground as he had the ball in his hand. So I think this will be called 6.
What he was trying to do was just flick it back a little bit and maybe see if he could take the catch. But he, in that situation, do like Ahmad, who's facing on 19 and say it is 64. Now he swings the next one, Ahmad, to the boundary for 4. Through mid-wicket, approaching. Now he launches Zaid. He's picked the gap and bounced about 3 metres inside the deep mid-wicket fielder on the eastern side. 39 he's got, 83 Zaid. It's 1 for 160 in the 32nd over as we start that. And this is hit in the air, and it might be caught, and is caught. So the second wicket falls, and the catch has been. We have 3, and here come the players all standing up, meeting royalty.
The cricketing royalty.
Yeah, Wasim Akram, as we get a good look on the camera. His wife has said you better meet the players, and he's going to do that now. And this would be a great moment for all these young men. How excited would they be? One of the all-time greats, if not the greatest. As there's a bowling change, and straight away it's smashed down the ground for 4. Neil Smith back in the attack and dealt with brilliantly.
See, 1 run away from a century. And he'll flick that away on the offside, and that brings up a sensational 100 in the presence of cricketing royalty. Zaid creates his own bit of history with 100 in Australia, and he's very happy about it, and so he should be.
Brilliant 100, Zaid. Gee, he's going to be, and gee, it's worked well as Edwards is in the attack, and straight away it is flicked for 6 by the great man, Zaid. He just flicked that off his hip.
Batted first. Now we're seeing it.
Yes, they can really go for it now. Edwards and Zaid again. That was off the outside edge, but it was safe and finds the boundary again. Doesn't matter how you get them in one-day cricket. All members of it, but some of them.
Not sure.
Sutherland's the only one that's had a go that he needed to. And Zaid spoons the next one over the top, and it just clears the rope. Just got enough on it for 6. That was a beautiful cricket shot. He's a classy player, this young man, the left-hander.
Wife. He doesn't have to come down today.
No.
There's nothing that says you must come today. That's amazing.
The attempted ramp shot again. Didn't quite get it as well as he would have liked. Also sweeping.
60 off the last 42 balls.
Yeah. With wickets in hand.
Yeah.
Hope around the wicket. And that was almost a whitish ball. Hope hits the stumps. And I think there's a run out because he dropped it a couple of metres away from the crease, did Zaid. And
just out. So
it was a bit of hesitation from Zaid, who sort of had to hang the bat out on that occasion. It was a pretty wide Yorker. And he dropped it a couple of metres from the bat. He obviously mishit it. And
not that far gone.
No, he wasn't that far gone. And
given his bowler a bit of coverage, he's got a long on and a long off, plus a mid-wicket in place now, so Hope can be full.
Zaid again, an inside edge. This may run away to the boundary for 4. It does. Fine leg.
Muscle.
Flat bat almost. Tahar over the top. This is in the air. Woods underneath it. Should catch it and does. So another wicket down for Pakistan. That will give some confidence to the Australian team. Tahar is gone again. And they lose their 4th wicket. Pakistan 4 for 258.
Well, Neil Smith's come back on. It's a good confident start by the skipper. Pretty good team if he's coming in at 6.
Got to the pitch of it. It's almost a full toss. Shorter delivery. Calm works it away towards fine leg. He won't stop it. That's a boundary. His first wicket. Zaid slashes it away on the onside. That's going to go straight to the boundary for 4.
Off the first couple of balls, it sets you up to make it a real 10, 12, 14 style over.
Khan crouches and then looks over the top, lofts it over the infield. One bounce it over the rope. In fact, it's in terms of captaincy skills, short ball, and that's dispatched. That's a big, big shot. And that is rewarded with the maximum result. And that brings up the 50 for Zaid, and an entertaining one at that for Pakistan.
That's the only risk with that game plan, is if you're to take the strike every ball.
And that's gone. Well caught by Davies. Fielding in that position around point. And Hassan Khan is dismissed after what was a very promising start to an innings. And Pakistan lose their 5th.
Nimble in the outfield as Dan Lonergan back in the day, just covering the turf.
Oh, still covers a lot of ground too.
He does.
There.
It's like Cliffy Young now, though.
Dug out by Zaid. They thought about the quick single. There was a direct hit, and the umpire's given it out. That was brilliant work following through. Neil Smith provided the run out. That shows you the importance of the follow through.
There's something exciting about them, but I have the feeling if he gets onto one, might be on St Kilda Road.
Oh, it's close. But it's caught right in front of the side screen. 2 wickets in 2 balls. Neil Smith, well, he's technically not on a hat-trick due to the run out, but it'll be a team hat-trick in any case. That was a great delivery. Tipped at the back. So last ball of the innings. Pakistan 7 for 303. What have we got in store? Oh, I'll tell you what we got in store. A big, big 6 to finish the innings for Pakistan.
Wow.
7 for 309, the final total. And they would be absolutely wrapped with this performance on Australian soil, Jack Everett.
Make no mistake, Damien Watson, there will be teams in their preparation for the World Cup next month that are having a good... And Saad finishing with 12 from 5 balls at a strike rate of 240. For the Australian bowlers, well, it was...
Behind Will Pukowski from Victoria.
He's had a bit of a go at senior level for the Vicks. Hackney drives the next one, over pitch delivery. That's a good shot by Ryan Hackney. Down the ground, the two fieldsmen are in pursuit for lawn chase for.
It's a bit similar to Musa, who we've seen bowl in the first two games. That very whippy, fast shoulder. Third ball of the over, charging in, driven back down the ground. That's a delightful shot from Hackney. That will roll away to the boundary, and very, very good. Got no choice but to give it. Driven on the up, beautiful shot from White.
That's better.
That'll roll away to the boundary. On a mission to...
Tall?
Yeah, and on a mission to hit me in the ribs.
Oh.
And he did 4 times. Good drive, nice start to the over. Great batting from Ryan Hackney. He's a talent.
Well, as we mentioned earlier, didn't get in the other...
A little bit. And over the top, Hackney goes. There's no one on the boundary on the onside, so that's a safe shot. And he's 8 off 2 to start the over.
Is Anthony his real name?
Yeah. Yep. He did a lot of work broadcasting Indian and Pakistani cricket.
It's a bouncer. And taken advantage of by Hackney. That's gone for 4 over the keeper's head, a top edge. And they'll take the runs. Went on to be an accountant.
Yeah.
Worked at Ernst & Young, I think. That's flicked away well by Hackney for another boundary. Down towards that fine leg region. That just raced away for 4. And he moves into the 40s.
Good batsman put that away. And that's...
Looking good form. So Harrison Wood next, then Mac Harvey, Oliver Davies and Hope making up the top 6. This is a big swing, and luckily for Hackney, just bouncing in front of the fielder out on the deep. Trying to bowl a lot of overs at the World Cup. Quicker, flatter one, and that's flicked off his toes. It's beaten short, fine leg. It should nearly go to the back. As in Jack Everett comes on, and Zaryab has White going over the top, and he's hit a boundary.
Shafkat, right arm leg spin. Heavy shout and gone. He looked in trouble. They were very confident from the moment that it hit the pads, and that proved to be a very straightforward decision. Build this partnership.
They're ahead of the Duckworth Lewis par, Jack, but it won't matter today.
No, not today. That's a glorious sweep shot for 4. He's got the full gamut of scoring. Ryan Hackney, we've seen him play some beautiful drives.
155.
And that's bowled. Wood's just gone past one. Interesting to see if that's turned past the bat or he's just misjudged it. Either way, that's just gone through the gate.
Yes.
Might have been a wrong and it's turned back the other way. Either way, Harry Wood would be disappointed that he's dismissed for 5. And Australia are 2 for 115.
It's been the problem with the
chance here.
Good afternoon, Jack. I certainly have. Oh, and talking of chances, Ryan Hackney has taken that chance. That is a big, big slog for 6.
And taken up on the hill too. Too many bad balls. He's not a long hop sort of spinner. If anything, he over pitches, which is fine because you can set fields to that.
On one knee, that's a good shot by Hackney. He knew it was a 4 as soon as he left the bat. Lovely shot on the onside. And he... 2002-2003 summer. Remember it well, it was an Ashes summer, of course, between Australia and England. Harvey trying to rock back, an attempted sweep. They'll work their way through for the single, direct hit, and he's gone! Great fielding by the Pakistani infield, and this could change the game. Harvey's gone. Australia free for one.
This is as good as it gets. The wicket-keeper Nazir had to get the glove off like a flash, diving down. Realistically, 1 and a bit stumps to aim at because of the angle that he was diving on. That is outstanding cricket.
It was that quick. It's always a risk when you're a keeper. But the risk paid off, and what rewards that will be.
And as a wicket-keeper, they can train. You can train for 15 years doing that exact respect. He's a great batsman, we know that. But he's got an opportunity for caught and bowled. The reverse wrap from Dan Lonigan, and Davies is out for a duck. He hit it straight back, hit it low, and it was scooped up millimetres from the turf. And
got a deep square leg.
Yep. And a long on and long off on the rope. Oh. And he launches long for 6 and a century. Over deep square leg. Holding Australia together. And he launches again. Didn't quite get that one as much as the previous one. But he hits it straighter through mid-wicket. And there was nothing Tahar could do on that occasion. The first one sailed over his head. The next one he has... Now Green goes long, high, handsome and big. It's a beautiful shot. 4 for 175, and he swings the next one. That's low. And now he goes again and just clears the fielder. In Hassan, inside the circle. And he was moved around more towards Cal Cornish.
Can bat through and can bat on, sorry. He hits high, he's in the air, and his innings is about to come to an end. A nice catch taken down low by Zaire. And Ryan Hackney, who's been the star of this Australian innings.
Looking to try and get it over the Pakistani outfielders. And that was dipping, but a good catch by Zaid, who can't do too much wrong as he gets warm round of applause. He's a bit disappointed, but he can't be too disappointed with that. He's made 100.
It was a very good innings. Controlled things at the top of the order. Yeah.
It's been an interesting year for cricket. That's an interesting shot and a successful shot from Cam Green. That's smashed for the maximum. Another 6. And he moves into the 40s. He's asserting himself, rewarding himself.
So there are bound to be a few days that are a little bit below par, but it's been an unbelievable day for cricket today.
Hope whacks that one away onto the odd side. Green's not looking. There's a big mix-up, and that's a run-out. Gee, no communication between the batsmen. That's disappointing, and Hope's gone cheaply. And they'll rue that one. That's
he team to win back-to-back. This is driven and caught brilliantly inside the circle. That'll go down as one of the greatest catches you're ever likely to see from Saad Khan. That was past him, and on you for Pakistan. And unfortunately for Cam Green, he misses out in a well-deserved half-century. Oh, it's a one-hander in the covers. And he had to just get up as high as he possibly could. I'm not sure. And he's not a tall man, Saad Khan. I'm not sure he could have got up any higher than that to stick his hand out and take one of the great catches you'll ever see in any form of cricket.
That's one of the best catches I've seen. Look at that. He's in midair. Feet well off the ground, and it's stuck in the mitt. What a catch, Saad Khan. That was sensational. Down the Mornington Peninsula.
And as I said, this is his home ground in district cricket. He gets bowled by a full-length delivery right through him. Too quick from Shaheen. Gee, I've been impressed with him, like I have with most of the Pakistanis. I've been impressed.
It's a bit like a football team when they're well in front. They don't want to finish badly, even if they have the game in the bag.
Edwards is bowled and Shaheen's on a hat trick. Too quick for him. Right through his defences. And here's Hardy absolutely smoking this one.
That's gone a fair way out of the park. What a great shot. Symptomatic of his series so far.
He's made 20, and this time he gets a full toss that he clubs down the ground, and that'll go to the boundary for 4. The attempted slow. This is the last delivery of the innings. It's 9 for 259. And Hardy will swing high and long, and he may be caught. No, he's dropped. He's dropped, so Australia survive. And Taha couldn't hang on to one he should have hung on to. And Hassan's a bit disappointed with that. Straight down the throat of Taha, but he's dropped it at long off. And Australia finish at 9 for 260, but should have been all out for 259. But they get a little bit of luck at the end. Hardy 28 not out. Neil Smith 9 not out. And Pakistan win the series 2-0. They won the first match, they won the third match. The second match was rained out as Pakistan was searching for 236 to win that day. And a good win today by 49 runs. A very high-scoring, entertaining encounter. Damien?
Oh, it was fantastic to watch. And great talent on both sides of the court.
Presentation. Paul Blocker